So Boyd Martin, Shamwari, their next forward. Another syndicate-owned horse with the London Olympian Boyd Martin. This horse was formerly ridden by Ludwig Svennestal, Swedish Olympian, individually 10th at the Malmo Europeans in 2013 and part of the Swedish team at the London Olympic Games. So both horse and rider were at London, but for different countries. Boyd rode this horse at the World Equestrian Games in Normandy in 2014. They were second at the Fork this year, and they were well up at Le Moulin, third place there in 2014, which was actually Boyd's first international ride with the horse, having missed competing it in the spring due to injury. And indeed, Philip Dutton rode it at a couple of events in spring of 2014.
Boyd has certainly had some impressive scores on this horse before. It's great to see him back at a 4-star. He didn't do very much last year at all, but it's fantastic to see him back here.
I love this horse's ears. He's got those big, long ears. And they look all floppy and relaxed, and he's really focused on Boyd.
And this could be a pretty spectacular test. He's on some really amazing scores for that first bit of work. Very, very active work he's showing. Loads of reach and a lot of lift in the pace.
This is a very scopy moving horse. He's got a lot of reach and movement there. You can just see in that extended trot how much he can use his body and bring those hind legs right underneath of him. But quite supple in the downward transition too.
I think Boyd could be on to a pretty darn good score here if the counter work can mirror what the trot work's doing. Certainly the marks are coming through right now for the trot work.
And you can see on that half pass how much reach the hind leg has. On some of the horses you don't see quite as much crossover or reach with the hind legs, but we'll take another look at the other half pass and see if he has as much reach.
Maybe could be a little bit steadier in the contact there, just coming into the halt, but good immobility in the halt and good rein back.
Big walk. And you look for horses with a really good walk, and this horse has a super walk. Lots of over track, really swings and moves. You can see the walk just moves through his whole body as he marches forward with a purpose. But again, you said could be steadier in the contact. I certainly, you know, when we're comparing how this is going to hold up against Michael's test, not as confirmed in the contact. But we're getting super nitpicky.
Yes, exactly, and you know, a very good walk. I mean, this horse has fantastic paces. He's very, very loose in his movement. He could have had a little bit more flexion, I think, there into the half pass, maybe a little bit more bend.
Yeah, it looked like he again just lost a bit of that connection there. This horse is being shown in a double bridle as opposed to a snaffle, and could be hiding the fact that he's just not as consistent in the contact yet.
Ooh. Just a little hop there before the flying change, but it was clean. And this is very, very forward work, but the judges do seem to really like that. I mean, the horse is just so expressive. Good extended counter.
Yeah, Boyd really going for it on that.
Yeah, really, really brave.
And yet coming back so nicely at the end of it.
Just got so much hind leg movement, this horse. I think it's a lot of work for Boyd to keep the package together, but he's doing a good job. Super change there, very, very expressive change.
Yeah, when you watch, look how active that inside hind leg is. You can see it has a lot of bend in through its joints and really lifts up and comes quite far under the horse's, almost up to the girth under his belly. Oops.
Oh.
A little stutter coming into that one. Almost too much power behind. Yeah, he's got such an active hind leg.
A little hop there.
He almost pushed himself off balance.
That was better.
So at the moment, only 3 competitors have scored over 70%. Maya Black came very close with a 69.97. So Philip Dutton, Liz Halliday-Sharp and Mickey Young scored over 70% to hold our top 3 places. Is Boyd going to just stay over 70% and go into a guaranteed top 5 finish here today?
This is going to be a good score, I think. I hope he's not going to push me out of second place, but I think he might. That was a very good test.
And one more to come this afternoon, and that'll put us halfway through dressage of the 72 starters at the 2016 Rolex Kentucky 3-day event presented by Land Rover, the 19th running of the event as a 4-star level competition.
Well, I think Boyd will be very pleased with that. He's not had a chance to do that many upper level tests on this horse for a while, so I think he'll be pretty pleased.
Shamwari and Boyd third at Le Moulin in 2014 when Fisher Akana and Michael Jung were second to Tim Price and Wesco were the winners on that occasion. So 71, 70, 69. He does stay over 70% on average. 44.6 is the penalty score. It goes into 4th at the moment, and he's guaranteed to end the day inside the top 5. Can that translate to being top 10 overall going into cross country on Saturday? One more to go today, though.